All right, let's talk about confidence. Not the kind that shows up one day and is gone the next. We're talking about real, deep, unshakable confidence. The kind that sticks with you no matter what's going on in your life. So how do we build it? Let's dive in.
But first, let me ask you a question, and be honest with yourself. If your confidence disappears when you're in a bad mood, or when someone criticizes you, or when you don't get the result you wanted, is that really confidence, or is it something else entirely?
And that really gets to the heart of the matter. See, there are two types. Fragile confidence is completely at the mercy of the outside world. But unshakable confidence, that's built from the inside out. It's based on something you can actually control, self-trust. It's a totally different way of operating.
So, to even get started, we have to completely change how we think about confidence. We need to stop chasing it like it's some fleeting feeling and start seeing it for what it is, a system that you can actually build, piece by piece.
And here is the new definition that changes everything. Confidence is simply the reputation you have with yourself. Think about that for a second. It has nothing to do with what other people think. The only question that matters is, do you trust you? Do you believe you'll do what you say you're going to do? That's the real score.
So, how do you build up that good reputation? Well, it's not by giving yourself big pep talks in the mirror. It's about proof. It's about action. This says it all, right? Small, consistent wins will always beat big, empty promises.
Okay, so here's the actual blueprint. We're going to break it down into 3 simple core pillars. This is the practical, step-by-step guide to building that reputation with yourself, to building that rock-solid self-trust.
These 3 pillars are honestly so simple, but don't let that fool you. They are incredibly powerful. Number 1, keep your promises to yourself. Number 2, stop outsourcing your self-worth by seeking validation. And number 3, get a handle on your absolute basics. Let's dig into each one.
All right, pillar number 1. Every time you tell yourself you're going to do something, no matter how tiny, and then you actually do it, you're casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. Getting up when your alarm goes off, finishing that one small task, making that call, each promise you keep is another brick in that foundation of self-trust.
Now, pillar 2 is all about taking your power back. So many of us are basically addicted to getting approval from other people, but when your confidence depends on likes and comments and praise, you're giving everyone else the remote control to your self-esteem.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. This addiction to approval is the enemy of real confidence. True self-trust is an inside job, you know? It doesn't need a permission slip from the outside world, and it sure doesn't wait around for applause.
And that leads us perfectly into our third and final pillar, controlling your basics. Look, you can't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation. If you want that unshakable confidence, you need a stable platform to stand on, and that comes from locking in the non-negotiables of your daily life. So, what are these basics? It's the simple stuff we all know we should do but often let slide. Getting enough sleep consistently, moving your body in some way every day, and keeping a clean routine, whether that's your physical space or just your personal habits. These aren't just nice to have, they're the bedrock.
Okay, that all sounds great. But what about those days, you know the ones, where you have zero motivation, you feel flat? How do you even start? Well, this is the engine that gets the whole system moving, even when you're starting from a complete standstill.
Here is the secret, and it's totally backwards from how we usually think. You do not wait to feel confident before you take action. It's the other way around. You take action in order to build confidence. The feeling of confidence is a result of action, not a requirement for it. This is the core mechanic of the whole system. Action is what creates belief. Every single time you move forward, even when you're uncertain, you are literally generating real-world evidence that you're the kind of person who shows up. And that evidence, that's what forges real, earned confidence. So if you forget everything else we've talked about, please just remember this next part. We're about to distill this entire idea down to one single, unshakable rule. This is the whole game.
And there it is. That's the entire philosophy. It's about having integrity with yourself. Notice it doesn't say do what you feel like. Your feelings are irrelevant here. The commitment you made to yourself is what matters. When you honor your word to yourself, especially when it's tough, you become someone you can truly rely on.
So, the biggest takeaway is this. Stop trying to chase the feeling of confidence. Instead, start building the evidence of it, one small kept promise at a time. Because real, lasting, unshakable confidence isn't something you just feel one day. It's something you build.